If you have a presumptive condition, you don't need to prove that your service caused the condition. You only need to meet the service requirements for the presumption. So this means that you need to prove the diagnosis in order to get a claim service connected at all. You need a current diagnosis, and then you need a nexus. So the presumptive nature of this claim is the nexus. You still need a diagnosis, like go get it. It's asthma, get the diagnosis of one of the things on the list. And then the rating is going to come from the severity of your symptoms. You can get that by having your doctor fill out a DBQ. If your doctor won't do it or you can't find one that will, contact my med team. There's an email address in the description. Which disabilities qualify as a presumptive condition for the PACT Act for Gulf War veterans? There's a bunch of different types of cancers here. We have brain cancer, head cancer, kidney cancer, neck cancer, reproductive cancer. And as we're looking at this list here, two things are a big leap in my mind as far as the VA is concerned. It says brain cancer, and then it also says head cancer of any type. So any type of cancer in your head, that's big. Usually they make it very specific in a body part. So they did that to head cancer, neck cancer, and reproductive cancer of any type. So if you have one of those, make sure you have a diagnosis, and then your ratings are going to come from the severity of your symptoms. Review your DBQ and the rating criteria for your condition so you get an idea what you're going for. And then the nexus is replaced by the presumptive nature of the condition. So that covers the cancers. Here's a list of illnesses that are also presumptive. A lot of veterans my age have asthma, COPD, rhinitis, sinusitis. Those things are all on the list now. So if you have your diagnosis, you have the nexus already. A lot of you guys have filed claims for this and been denied because the nexus wasn't there. This is a change in the law. So you can file a supplemental claim and open that claim back up, and then you will win it now if you still have that current diagnosis in place and you're at one of the locations. Be specific with the diagnosis and make sure your doctor writes down the diagnostic code. Now we need to talk about locations. So burn pits, they're in every location. Burn pits have been around since Rome, or I don't know who was doing, Napoleon or Genghis Khan. Like everybody's been burning stuff. This is nothing new. What's new is the DOD is admitting that we have burn pits, but only in specific places. Again, this is just for Gulf War veterans. So let's look at the batch of veterans from the most recent Gulf War. I'm going to, for simplification purposes, I'm old school Gulf War veteran, so we'll call it old school and new school, even though you guys are in their 30s and 40s and you're not kids. So Afghanistan, Djibouti, Egypt, Jordan, Lebanon, Syria, Uzbekistan, Yemen, and then the airspace above any of these locations. One thing to note, and this kind of helped me with my claim, they just drew a circle. So it was the airspace above and the sea around. In the PACT Act, it just covers the air above. And then if you're old school Gulf War veteran, August 2nd, 1990, these locations: Bahrain, Iraq, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Somalia, the UAE, and then again, the airspace above any of these locations. So you may have been close, and I was. I was in Turkey, and it's not on this list, and when I initially saw it, 20 years ago or whatever, I was thinking, that sucks, I don't qualify. But I was kind of conflicting, and I didn't really understand what I was looking at, because on my DD-214, it says that I was in a combat theater in Desert Storm, but Turkey's not on this list. Airspace above, sea around. That's what did it. They actually put a compass down over Iraq and then just drew a big compass. So everybody in that compass fell into that thing, but even to this day, they still haven't updated it to do Turkey. So you may qualify, but check. And DD-214 is probably your easiest, best bet to check. If it's stamped right on there that you're a Desert Storm veteran, you probably qualify. All right, so that's the combo. I gave you the list of disabilities, and I gave you the locations. If you fall outside of any of those, you have a disability like asthma, it's not going to be asthma, and then it's not going to be a presumptive condition. And then if you're in a country like one of the ones that were listed here, using Turkey as an example, You may have different circumstances. If you're a combat veteran, it's going to be on your DD-214. But for the PACT Act, I wouldn't qualify. Let me jump in here real quick and tell you about my boot camp. If you want to learn more about the VA claims process, check out my boot camp. You can talk to me live. There's a link on the website. And in the description, combatcraig.com. And also, if you need medical evidence, like a nexus or documenting your symptoms properly, go to our website, combatcraig.com, and it says medteam/nexus letters. Click on that link, fill out the form, boom, you're done.